Hi, Regina from Eat Travel Life, and today I want to talk to you about processing green beans. We use the raw packing method, and that involves using green beans that we just cut, put them in the jar, put water in, and then put them in the pressure canner and let the temperature rise on its own. There is another way that you can do it where you can blanch your green beans for about 5 minutes in hot water and put them in hot water and pack them. But that just was an extra step that we weren't wanting to do, honestly, because pressure canner can do all the work for me. There's a couple things you're going to need to do to prepare. You're going to need to get all your utensils around in your pressure canner. You're going to want to wash the green beans, and that just means soaking them in water. You will cut the green beans in 2-inch pieces and then put them in the jars and then fill with water. Put your sterilized seal and band on, and then put them in the pressure canner and process them. 20 minutes for pints and 25 minutes for quarts. Today we're going to talk about how to can green beans, and what you're going to want to do to raw pack them is to have your green beans soaking in water, a place to put the green beans and any excess the ends and whatnot. So what you're going to want to do, take a green bean, cut the ends off, and then cut them in about 2-inch pieces, and just keep doing this until you got enough green beans to fill your jars, or you're got enough of what you want. Another thing you could do, instead of using a bowl here, is you could just pack right into your jar. If you're like me and don't like to mess up dishes, you could put your jar with the funnel in it and go right into the jars. What you'll want to do when you're putting them in your jars is you're going to want to make sure that you don't have a lot of air space in there. So what you'll want to do is use your tool as it gets fuller and poke them down a bit. So it's really your preference on how you want to do your green beans to get them in the jar. About 2 inches works really well. All right, now that we have got the beans cut up and in the jars, what we need to do now is to take a wet, sterile towel and go around the rims to remove any dirt or anything that might keep them from sealing properly. And we'll want to fill them with water. This does not have to be hot water because we are raw packing. And that means that our water in the pressure canner also needs to be cool as well. So if you're doing hot water in your pressure canner as well. We're going to give it a 1-inch headspace. And let's just put these seals on. Before we do that, let's make sure that there's no air bubbles. Giving it a poke. Give them all a poke. Put the seal on and then hand tighten. And you just we do that for your jars. Place your jars into your canner. Green beans like 2 inches of headspace over them when canning, and if you got cold water in your jars, remember that you need to have cold water or warm water in your pan as well. So let's go ahead and get the top on so we can get started. We now have the top on. Notice I've got an F at the top, the front of my canner. I've got it so that I can see my pressure gauge easily. And so we're going to let these process and then take them out. We reached 10 pounds, so we're going to process the green beans 20 minutes for pints, and if you had quarts, you would process them for 25 minutes. Remove the green beans from the hot water, tip it so that any water on the top comes off, and then move it to a towel. Place it down on the towel and allow it to cool. Thanks so much for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe to my channel. If you have any questions or comments regarding canning, please leave them in the comments below. Have a wonderful day.